Most men talk too damn much. They reveal everything, then wonder why the world disrespects them. Here's the truth. Oversharing isn't confidence. It's weakness. It's a desperate need to be seen, to be heard, to be comforted. But real men don't beg for comfort. They move in silence. They let their results do the talking. In a world obsessed with attention, silence is rebellion. Privacy is power. Every time you reveal something personal to the wrong people, you give them leverage. You hand them the blueprint to destroy you. That's why high-value men protect their thoughts, their struggles, their moves, their money, and their emotions. Not because they're hiding, but because they're disciplined. Today, I'm going to show you 5 things you must never reveal if you want to keep your power intact and command respect in any room you walk into. What you're about to learn are 5 things that a man must never reveal. Not to strangers, not to co-workers, not even to most of your so-called friends. Because every time you open that door to the wrong person, you're giving them the tools to weaken you. Let's start with the first, your weaknesses. Number 1, never reveal your weaknesses to the wrong people. Let's get something straight. The world is not your therapist. Most people are not here to support you. They're here to compete with you, to measure you, to judge you, even when they smile in your face. When you reveal your weaknesses, you think you're being open, honest, real. But what you're actually doing is handing out ammunition. You're offering them the exact map to hit where it hurts. You might think sharing your pain will build connection. Maybe it will. But here's what's more likely. It'll build judgment. It'll attract predators. Because when you bleed in the ocean, the sharks don't comfort you. They circle. You want to be respected. Keep your struggles contained. You want to be powerful. Make strength your baseline and keep your vulnerability under lock until someone's proven they deserve access. Your vulnerability is a weapon in someone else's hands. Say it again. Let it burn. Not everyone wants the best for you. Not everyone is safe. And the brutal truth? Most men don't know how to carry another man's pain without turning it into gossip, leverage, or condescension. The moment you confess weakness to the wrong person, you change how they see you forever. They don't see strength. They see a crack in the armor. And even if they never use it against you directly, you've already lost status in their eyes. So how do you handle it? First, build internal strength. Your first instinct when life hits hard shouldn't be to call someone. It should be to sit with it, understand it, process it like a man, reflect, journal, train, walk, whatever it takes. But don't make your pain someone else's problem. Second, earn your inner circle. Share your struggles only with people who've earned the right to hear them. Men you respect. Mentors who've walked through fire and can handle your heat. Not the friend who's still stuck in the same mess you're trying to escape. Not the co-worker looking for your spot. Not your online followers. Third, don't confuse venting with healing. Venting feels good in the moment, but it often reinforces weakness. It becomes a cycle of rehearsing your pain instead of resolving it. You want to heal? Take action. Sit in discomfort. Work it out physically, mentally, emotionally, privately. Masculine habits to develop. Emotional control. Don't react emotionally to everything. Feel it, but don't broadcast it. Practice keeping a cool head under pressure. The man who stays grounded when chaos hits is the man everyone follows. Strategic silence. Learn to let your silence speak for you. When someone presses for details, don't give them more than they need. Don't fill every silence with words. Power lives in what you don't say. Journaling, overventing, put it on paper before you put it on people. Journaling builds self-awareness without risking your reputation. It's the difference between processing and performing. Let me paint the picture. There's a man, smart guy, capable, trying to climb the ladder at his job. He has a tough month. Things at home aren't great. Money's tight. He confides in a coworker, someone he thought was cool. Fast forward 3 weeks. He gets passed up for a promotion. Management says they're not sure he's ready. That same coworker quietly mentioned that he seemed a little off lately, maybe overwhelmed, not fully focused. He thought he was bonding, but he was branding himself as unstable. Now imagine he stayed silent, handled his stress privately, showed up with fire in his eyes and control in his stride. He wouldn't just keep his shot, he might have owned the entire room. Bottom line, don't let the world treat your pain like entertainment. Don't let weakness be your label. Be the man who feels everything, but shows only what needs to be shown. Because the moment you reveal your weakness to the wrong person, you hand them your power. And once it's gone, good luck getting it back. Number 2, never reveal your financial situation. Money changes how people treat you, period. If they think you're broke, they look down on you. They question your value, your intelligence, your masculinity. They assume you're lazy, stupid, or weak, even if you're just in the process of building. And if they think you're rich, they expect things. They feel entitled to your generosity. They fake friendships. They inflate their praise. They get close just to get a cut. This is why real men stay quiet about their money. Because when people know where you stand financially, high or low, they stop seeing you. They only see what they can get from you, or what they think you lack. When you reveal your financial situation, you invite comparison, judgment, manipulation, and exploitation. Whether you're up or down, broke or booming, silence is strength. Privacy is power. If you're broke, they'll pity you. If you're rich, they'll use you. Let that hit. People don't care about your journey. They only care about your status. If you're struggling financially and you talk about it, most people won't help. They'll avoid you. They'll see you as a burden, not a man with potential. And if you're doing well and you flash it, they'll smile in your face, then try to get a piece of it. Worse, they'll resent you for it. Show me a man who brags about money, and I'll show you a man begging for enemies. Show me a man who complains about being broke, and I'll show you a man building his own coffin. Your money situation should never be a conversation piece. It should be a private mission. Here's what you need to understand. Your money is a weapon, not a trophy. You don't walk around waving your weapons. You keep them concealed until it's time to use them. That's how you maintain control. If you're making progress, keep it low-key. Build in silence. Invest in silence. Stack in silence. And if you're struggling, keep that quiet too. Fix your situation. Don't broadcast it. Because nobody's coming to save you, and your sob story doesn't make you relatable. It makes you vulnerable. Stop posting your bank balance. Stop flashing luxury just to impress strangers. And for the love of God, stop complaining about being broke. You're not going to earn respect by crying about your bills. You earn it by grinding in the dark and coming back stronger. Masculine habits to develop. Financial discipline. First and foremost, master your money. Track it. Budget it. Build with it. A man who has control over his finances has control over his freedom. If your money's a mess, your life will follow. Discipline isn't just about what you make, it's about what you keep and where you put it. Silent success. Let your lifestyle speak, not your mouth. You don't need to tell the world you're leveling up. They'll see it in how you move. Your calm, your confidence, your presence. Flashy men attract attention. Solid men attract respect. Humble grind. Stay grounded, no matter where you are on the financial spectrum. Whether you've got $10 or $10 million, the mindset stays the same. I'm not done yet. Keep your head down. Let your bank account grow. Quietly. Let's talk flex culture. You see a guy online showing off stacks of cash, new cars, 5-star vacations. He gets the likes, sure, maybe even some envy. But behind the scenes, he's attracting the wrong people. Leeches, clout chasers, haters, opportunists. Eventually, someone close to him, maybe even family, asks for a favor. Then another, then another. And when he says no, he's suddenly selfish, fake, or forgot where he came from. Now let's flip it. Another guy complains constantly. Posts about being broke, bills piling up, how hard life is. His followers nod. Some even say, "Keep going, bro." But behind closed doors, employers don't take him seriously. Opportunities pass him by because no one wants to invest in a sinking ship. He turned his temporary struggle into a permanent label. Bottom line, keep your financial situation to yourself. You don't need to flex. You don't need to vent. You need to build and protect what you build. Let your money work in the dark and let your life glow in silence. Because when people don't know what you have, they can't judge you, use you, or trap you. They can only respect the way you move. Number 3, never reveal your next move. Let me tell you something most men never figure out. Your plans lose power the moment you talk about them. Every time you open your mouth about what you plan to do, you're leaking momentum. You're giving away energy that should be fueling execution. And worse, you're giving the world a chance to interfere. The truth is, most people won't support your next move. They'll doubt it, dismiss it, question it. Some will even try to sabotage it, consciously or not. They'll plant seeds of hesitation, jealousy, fear, and suddenly, you're second-guessing the very thing you were ready to dominate. When you reveal your next move too early, you're exposing strategy before it's battle-tested. You're letting the noise in before the mission's complete. Winners don't need to announce, they just arrive. Talking about it makes you feel good. Doing it makes you great. That's the line. See, when you tell people your goals, your brain gets a little dopamine hit. You feel like you've already accomplished something. You trick yourself into thinking you're on the way, when really, you haven't done a damn thing. It's the illusion of progress. But illusions don't build legacies. They don't earn respect. They don't make money. Execution does. Results do. And guess what? The more you talk, the more you start performing instead of producing. You turn into a motivational speaker about a life you haven't built yet. Let other men do that. You? Be the man who shuts up and shows up. Here's how you lock in. 1. Operate in silence. Your goals, your moves, your strategies, keep them behind closed doors. Don't announce your workouts. Train. Don't tweet your business idea. Build it. Don't declare you're cutting off distractions. Just disappear and handle your business. 2. Let your results speak. When you execute, your wins make the noise for you. You walk different. People notice. The room shifts when you enter, not because of what you said, but because of what you've done. 3. Stay focused. Forget applause. You don't need validation. You don't need cheerleaders. You need discipline, grit, and tunnel vision. If you're chasing applause before you've even crossed the starting line, you're not hungry enough. Don't chase hype. Chase legacy. Masculine habits to develop. Execution over ego. Most guys talk because their ego needs a boost. They want to be seen as someone who's about to do something big. But real masculinity doesn't crave attention. It craves domination. Do the work. Deliver the results. Let your ego feed on victories, not predictions. Goal journaling. Keep your vision sacred. Instead of telling the world, write it down. Track it privately. That journal is your personal wall map. Update it, review it, adjust it, but never broadcast it. Private wins. Celebrate in silence. When you hit a milestone, when you make a move, when you overcome a setback, nod to yourself, then keep going. Don't let the world see every step. Keep them guessing. The more they wonder, the more power you hold. Let me paint a real scenario. There's a guy, we'll call him Mike. Smart dude, has a new business idea, tells everyone he knows, friends, family, co-workers, posts about it, tweets motivational quotes, builds hype before he builds a product. At first, people cheer him on, but weeks pass, no launch, no progress. The energy fades, the support dries up. Eventually, people start to mock him behind his back. Whatever happened to that business? Still working on that dream, huh? Now Mike's embarrassed. He talked too early, and now he's either got to explain his failure or push forward with all eyes on him. Doubting, criticizing, waiting. On the other side, there's a different kind of man. He keeps his head down. No posts, no declarations, just work. Day by day, he builds. 1 year later, he launches quietly, fully prepared. No noise, just results. Suddenly, everyone's asking, where'd this come from? That's power. That's control. That's the man you need to be. Bottom line, move in silence. Let your grind make the announcement. The more people know, the more control they have. When they don't see you coming, they can't stop you. Forget the hype. Forget the attention. Put your energy into action and let your success slap the world in the face when it's too late to stop you. Number 4, never reveal your intimate relationships. Here's what you need to understand. Your intimate relationships are not for public consumption. The more people know about your personal life, the more access they have to your emotions. And when people can get inside your emotional world, they can control you, influence you, manipulate you. Jealousy kicks in, gossip spreads, judgment floods in. What starts as just sharing becomes a breeding ground for chaos. When your relationship is on display, it's no longer yours. It belongs to everyone watching. And guess what? Most of them don't want to see you win. Every man who's ever paraded his relationship for approval ends up paying for it. Whether it's unsolicited advice, public scrutiny, or silent sabotage, public attention turns love into theater, and nothing real survives on a stage built for strangers. The more people know about your personal life, the more control they have over your emotional stability. Let that burn in your head. You think you're showing love? No, you're showing weakness. You think you're being transparent? No, you're broadcasting vulnerability to people who couldn't care less. Men who overshare their relationships are the same men who fall apart when things go south, because they've made their woman their identity, their relationship, their source of pride, their public image, their self-worth. That's not love. That's insecurity dressed as affection. If your relationship is strong, it doesn't need applause. and if it needs applause, it's already weak. Here's how real men operate when it comes to intimacy. 1. Protect your peace. Your love life is not for the internet. It's not for your coworkers. It's not even for your extended family. It's for you and the woman in it. Keep it sacred. Keep it quiet. Make it a fortress, not a parade float. 2. Stop seeking validation through your partner. Some of you post pictures, write long captions, and constantly talk about your girl because it makes you feel wanted. You use her presence to boost your value. That's not masculine. It's needy. You're trying to prove something. Real strength doesn't need proof. If you're proud of your relationship, live it. Don't market it. You don't need hearts on Instagram. You need strength behind closed doors. Masculine habits to develop. Emotional boundaries. Stop letting the outside world have a say in your inside world. Don't ask for advice from people who don't live your life. Don't post updates. Don't share fights. And don't vent to people who haven't earned that trust. Loyalty in silence. Be loyal without being loud. Let your actions prove your commitment. Silence doesn't mean secrecy. It means security. Let people wonder who you're with, how you're doing. Mystery is masculine. Zero online PDA culture. No more relationship reels. No more power couple branding. That's not power. It's performance. Save your energy for real connection, not curated content. A real man doesn't need likes to feel loved. Let's talk about the modern online couple. They post everything. Matching outfits, vacation photos, emotional captions, birthday posts that read like wedding vows. At first, it looks beautiful, but when things go bad, and they always go bad, it turns ugly fast. The breakup hits. Suddenly, everyone's involved. Friends, strangers, exes, gossip pages, screenshots leak. People pick sides. Dignity gets lost in the drama. And the guy? He's emotionally wrecked. His peace is gone. His respect diminished. Now imagine the other kind of man. He kept his relationship private. You never saw her face. You never heard them argue. You never knew they even had problems. If they break up, it's handled like men handle things. Silently, maturely, and with zero collateral damage. His peace remains. His image remains. And most importantly, his control remains. That's how you do it. Bottom line, keep your personal life personal. Stop feeding the crowd. Every time you reveal too much about your relationship, you're handing people the power to shake your foundation. Your woman doesn't need to be a secret, but she doesn't need to be a headline either. Let people wonder. Let them speculate. Let them talk. Meanwhile, you focus on building something real, behind closed doors, in silence, like a man. Number 5, never reveal your past mistakes to the wrong audience. Your past is part of you, but that doesn't mean the world deserves access to it. Men who casually expose their darkest mistakes think they're being honest, humble, or real. They're not. They're being reckless. The truth is, your past can and will be used against you, even by people who smile in your face. You think you're inspiring someone by sharing your worst moments. You're not. You're giving them ammunition. And when things go south, whether it's a job, a relationship, or a friendship, those old confessions get turned into sharp blades. You told them about your failures, your addictions, your past crimes, your regrets, and they smiled until they needed leverage, until they needed to destroy your name. Then suddenly, your vulnerability became their weapon. The wrong audience doesn't forgive. They remember, and they exploit. The world doesn't forgive. It remembers and exploits. That's the truth no one wants to hear. Modern culture pushes this fake idea of radical transparency. Share everything. Be open. Be vulnerable. Talk about your past, no matter how dark it is. That's the kind of advice that weakens men, that strips you of your power, that invites people to define you by your worst chapter, even when you've already turned the page. And don't be fooled. Even the people closest to you can turn on you. A jealous sibling, a scorned ex, a competitive colleague. All it takes is one bad moment, and suddenly, your past becomes the story they use to bury you. So what should you do? 1. Learn from your past, but share it only when it empowers, not weakens. Your mistakes should make you stronger, not make them judge you. There's a time and a place to speak about your past. That time is when you're in full control. That place is with people who've earned the right to hear it. Don't spill your story just to feel lighter. Journal it, reflect on it, use it as fuel, but don't give your enemies your blueprint. 2. Understand the difference between healing and exposing. Healing is done in private. It's slow, personal, and sacred. Exposing is loud, desperate, and risky. Most men talk about their past not to teach, but to seek validation. Look how far I've come, they say, hoping people applaud. But people don't applaud. They remember, and they wait for you to slip up again so they can say, see, I knew he wasn't really different. Masculine habits to develop. Quiet redemption. The most powerful redemption story is the one no one saw coming. Let your life prove your growth, not your words. Don't explain. Don't broadcast. Just evolve. Silently, relentlessly. Inner accountability. Hold yourself accountable, privately. You don't need the world to clap for your change. You need a mirror and discipline. That's it. You made mistakes? Own them. Fix them. Move forward. Controlled vulnerability. Vulnerability isn't weakness, but it becomes weakness when it's uncontrolled. Share when there's purpose. Share when it builds trust, not when it chases it. And never share what you haven't already mastered. Let's talk cancel culture. A man builds his brand, then someone digs up an old tweet, an interview, or a confession he made 5 years ago, and boom, it's over. His past gets used as proof that he's still broken, still dangerous, still unfit. Or take a corporate setting. You confide in a coworker during lunch. Yeah, I used to drink heavy, almost lost everything, but I turned it around. He nods, smiles. Then one day, you both apply for the same promotion, and your private story gets repeated in the break room. Now, you're the unstable one, the liability, the risk. Even in families, this happens. You share a past mistake. Maybe it was a betrayal, a crime, a failure. You think it's forgiven until the next argument. Then it gets thrown back in your face like you never changed. That's not healing. That's control. Bottom line, your past is for your strength, not their entertainment. The only people who deserve to hear your lowest points are those who've shown they can handle them with honor, with wisdom, and without turning them into weapons. The man who guards his past is the man who controls his future. You've made mistakes. So has every man worth anything. But don't let those mistakes define your public identity. Let your discipline, your results, and your silent strength speak instead. Keep your scars hidden. Let your success be the only thing loud. Let's make one thing clear. You don't owe the world your secrets. You owe yourself protection, clarity, and peace. Guard your energy. Speak with purpose. And let your actions do the talking. Because the loudest man in the room is usually the weakest. And the strongest man, he's the one moving in silence, building quietly, and controlling everything without needing to prove a damn thing. Now ask yourself, which of these are you guilty of revealing? Which truth have you handed out to people who didn't deserve it? Fix it. Tighten your circle. Fortify your discipline. From today forward, speak less. Move smarter. Live sharper. This is the era of strong, silent men. Be one of them. Hit that like button if you're ready to take back your power. Subscribe if you're serious about growth. Drop a comment on which habit you're locking down starting today. Let's rebuild your masculinity from the ground up. Silence, strength, strategy. That's the code now. Let's go.